A Destiny 2 content creator has been accused of paying a cheater to play with them and carry them within the comp playlist. And on top of that, there is some substantial evidence to back it up. That is the story that we're talking about today. This was big drama over on Twitter yesterday. If you didn't see the entire thread, it was crazy. Easily one of the most wild stories of 2024. I thought that we were getting to the end. I thought that we had seen all of the drama, but alas, they were saving this one last nugget for us. So let's jump right into it. Before we do so though, I do need to mention that we are trying to comply with Bungie's terms of service, and we are not creating a witch hunt. We are not sending any hate or harassment towards this individual, and I will be blocking their name out through the entire duration of this video, because that's the whole point. The whole point is to talk about this situation and the implications of it, which could be a potential ban, and not really focus on trying to send any hate or harassment to them, right? It's not really, we don't care to do any of that around here in this community, right? So first things first, we're going to talk about the initial tweet here. This comes to us from Sepper, who's a content creator. He says, he posted this tweet, which is very vague, and obviously we replied to it. He said, content creators with 12K hours playing with people that have 11 KDs, we're definitely in a new era. So what he's insinuating is that there's a content creator out there who has 12,000 hours inside Destiny 2, and they are playing with someone that has an 11 KD inside the comp playlist, which is pretty absurd, right? Most of the time, if you match with someone, let's say you're just solo queuing and someone's on your team and they're cheating, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. They happen to land on your team if you solo queued. But if you're actually in the fire team with the individual, then you're kind of like knowingly choosing to play with them. Like at any point in time, you could back out. And that's obviously a problem because playing with cheaters knowingly is against Bungie's terms of service. You can't just go around playing with cheaters and making it to the lighthouse, or in this case, getting to maximum rank inside the comp playlist. So then Sepper responds to our tweet where we say, you know, what are we talking about here? What's happening? We send the eyes emoji, and he says, look up my last 7 games. And you can see here that Sepper is on one side of the comp team here. And on the other side, we have a person named Avi, whose AD is 27 kills to 7 deaths, which is crazy. Obviously a big outlier there. However, you'd think that, you know, having one good game doesn't necessarily make you a cheater. Maybe Sepper is pushing the limits here. Maybe the AVI guy is not a cheater. And on top of that, obviously playing with them is someone that is a content creator inside the Destiny 2 sphere. Well, when you look up AVI stats a little bit deeper, you can see, yeah, this person, there's something highly suspicious about them, right? They have 0 Destiny 2 experience at all inside trials or inside PvP, aside from, looks like episode 1 is when they started playing. And looks like they launched their Destiny 2 PvP career with a 2.41 KD, which is pretty good to start off. I mean, most of us, you know, we start below 1 and we work our way up, but apparently this guy is built different. And he has this season a 6.5 KD overall, as it shows. So the balance is out between to a 3.1 KD. They have their profile privatized, which is usually what the suspicious people do, so that way people can't find their stats as easily. Obviously, you know, we have various different tools and we use so many different third-party sites that we're able to dig deep and figure out these stats and look into what's going on here. On top of that, you can see that last week in trials, they had 175 wins in trials to 1 loss, which is pretty incredible to go on almost a 175 win streak. Just that one lonely loss right there, which that alone should tell you that there's something very suspicious going on. The population is abysmally low right now inside trials, so winning that many matches consecutively is probably next to impossible from anyone that isn't cheating inside the game. So with those stats found, and with obviously the crazy KD and everything, it's pretty obvious that this person is cheating. And if you think to yourself, oh, you know, you're jumping to conclusions, well, we actually get some more information about this, so reserve your judgment until after you see some of the screenshots we get to later on. Next up, we have a response from the content creator that's saying, you know, hey, like, this person Sepper keeps saying that the guy I'm playing with is a cheater. I don't think he is, though. He says, it's me, Lucky. He thinks I'm playing with a cheater. I joined a team, won with them, kept playing. This dude is talking about spinning, and what's my excuse? He's talking about Sepper, like, the guy is spinning, which is slang for cheating, and what's, you know, their excuse for continuing to play with them. He says, I don't have any excuse for anything, just gaming because I'm gaming. Sorry Sep is feeling some kind of way about it. And then they go on to say the most they said, but who knows? Maybe he's the one that doxed my wife and children. Seems like an angry fellow, so I don't even want to touch the last bit. That was just out of nowhere. That I don't know why that was thrown into all of this. Sep doesn't have anything to do with that, but I think that they're maybe trying to deflect a little bit. If I had to, you know, look a little deeper into what the whole point of this is, I think that they're kind of getting caught red-handed, and so their goal is to deflect. You might think that would be the end of it, but surely we wouldn't get any more than that. Oh, we do. It gets much spicier than that. I thought that's about as far as it would go as well, but going further, we see some messages from them inside Sep's Twitch chat. Sep posted all of this publicly, so this is just public information out there if you want to go read about it on Twitter or see all the screenshots. And there's even more than this. I just decided to, you know, give you the best of type of situation, right? We don't need to go through an exhaustive list of everything that happened, but mostly just the best of moments between this crazy interaction. And they respond on Twitter or on Twitch saying, "What do you mean?" And when he's talking about spinning or cheating, he says, "You know, you've beaten us, right?" And so saying that, you know, even though the guy's cheating, that he beat them before in comp. And then he says, "F off." And so obviously things are escalating, right? The situation is getting serious. Sep's in the comp playlist playing against this guy, a content creator playing with a cheater, or at least an accused cheater. And obviously the situation is escalating further and further and further. So of course more people are sending messages. It's a small community, you know? Destiny, it's like a small village out here. Everyone knows everyone. So of course someone DMs the cheater and says like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And this is where things get hilarious because this screenshot is shared with Separate. And so he posts this on Twitter. He says, you know, "Why are you playing Hawk?" And he says that the person's name paid him $180 for the recov, right? And so again, we're keeping their name blocked out on everything, so we're not trying to name and shame them or anything. But apparently the content creator in question here not only is knowingly playing with the cheater, but they actually paid them, presumably, allegedly here, $180 to carry them. So they're very much knowingly playing with the cheater because they paid them to get them to play with them, to carry them in comp, so that way they could hit max rank in comp. $180 is a lot. Now obviously I don't know how far this would go in terms of Bungie's investigation of it, because I don't think that the cheater in this situation is going to, you know, want to get his customers banned or anything like that. But the fact that this screenshot was actually shared with us is pretty wild and pretty crazy, and definitely tells a really big side to the story of what's really going on here, right? Because obviously people can deflect or pretend like something is different, but when you actually get the evidence from the cheater themselves saying, yeah, basically saying, yeah, I am a cheater, and yeah, I am, you know, carrying this guy, he paid me $180, that's when things get pretty crazy. Now after that, you'd think to yourself, okay, clearly there might be, maybe there's a misunderstanding. Let's see what the final message is from the content creator, so that way we get a full picture of things. And unfortunately we don't get that. They just go full privatized on their Twitter. They don't respond to anything. So the optics of that are looking very guilty, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you are accused of have some pretty crazy accusations put against you, and you decide to just go full privatize the Twitter, you know, you're kind of hiding from something, right? And maybe with time we'll get some explanation from them. Maybe there's something else going on, but as it stands right now, with, you know, all the different parties involved, sounds like this was very much the situation as it was brought to us, at least from Separ's perspective. So obviously some crazy stuff. I can't believe we actually have a content creator playing with a cheater and paying them. Like, I don't know what type of crazy situation it is where you wake up and you're like, yeah, I really want to get max rank in comp, I'm gonna pay a cheater to carry me. Like, these are some wild decisions made. Obviously this is breaking terms of service, so we'll have to see if Bungie will investigate this, if Bungie would take action. And I just wanted to share this story with you because I was reading this on Twitter yesterday. I was reading this thread and I was like just eating popcorn the whole time. I swear, I was like, what is going on here? Like, all the different crazy back and forth. I'm like, this community is so wild. There's such crazy goofballs in this community, always coming up with the newest, most wild story that I've ever heard. I would have never thought that you would hear of something this absurd inside the Destiny 2 sphere, but every day there's something new out there, I swear. But that's a wrap on the video, though. Again, no hate, no harassment to content creator involved. This is not meant to be a witch hunt or anything like that. This is just meant to talk about this wild situation that was shared publicly with everyone. So that's a wrap on that. Make sure to subscribe, smash the like button. I'll keep you up to date on all the news and everything crazy going on in Destiny 2. See you in the next one. Later.